What's going on, everybody? It's your boy QuestX coming back at you with a subscriber request from my brother XAGUACHA23. He asked me in a video to give my thoughts on Conor McGregor getting a slap on the wrist. Now, if you've been living under a rock, earlier in the year, Conor McGregor basically assaulted a few UFC fighters. Him and a group of his friends got together and assaulted at the Barclays Center a group of MMA fighters while they were traveling on the bus. In fact, the day of or the day before a UFC major event. All right, so apparently the guy gets away with a slap on the wrist. So let me bear with me here, guys. I'm going to the computer. I'm going to read this live here. All right, Conor McGregor. All right, what comes up? MMAfighting.com, MMAjunkie.com, The Sun. Let's go to ESPN because I prefer their writing. And usually these MMA-focused writing things usually are biased towards actual truth. So, okay, so here we go. MMA. Conor McGregor pleads guilty only to disorderly conduct violation. Yeah, I'd say that's a slap on the wrist. All right. Okay, so it says UFC star Conor McGregor pleaded guilty to a single violation of disorderly conduct in Brooklyn criminal court Thursday for his involvement in an incident on April 5th at the Barclays Center. McGregor, 30, entered a plea deal worked out with the Brooklyn District Attorney's Office. The agreement involves no jail time and will not affect McGregor's travel visa. He will not have a criminal record. Whoop-de-doo. What a surprise there. Additional conditions of the deal include full restitution of the bus company, which is going to be nothing for him, for any damages suffered, which McGregor has already fulfilled, like I said. 5 days of community service. Wow. He's really going to, give back there. An anger management program. That one's just a joke. That one's a joke on the public right there. An anger management program lasting 1 to 3 days. I'm not going to read any more else because apparently he started commenting saying he's thankful to the DA and the judge and all the bullshit that he goes. Listen, you guys know my thoughts on Conor McGregor. I've said this time and time again. I think he's a trash individual. I think he uses his upbringing to absolve his trashy, ratchet behavior. Listen, just like we in the community, the black community, can call out people who get an opportunity to leave or elevate themselves from where they came from, and they still bring that shystiness, that ratchet behavior with them and are unable to grow up. You guys know how I feel about it. A lot of the Conor McGregor defenders will often always go to, oh, well, he was on welfare when he was young and he grew up in the streets and he didn't have nothing. And listen, there are a lot of people, okay, myself included, they grew up in dirt poor, didn't have nothing, okay? And I had 2 parents. Now, most people, they aren't blessed to have, they only have 1 parent. I have 2, okay, who, we struggled and lived paycheck to paycheck. Okay, so don't tell me that you can't grow up and have some class or grow up and learn to control yourself. No matter where you come from, you have the ability to elevate yourself, and that dude just doesn't want to do it. He's actually trying to milk that audience that approves of this type of ratchet behavior. And besides, I've already told you what I think of Conor McGregor personally as a person. I just think he's a shit individual. So it is what it is. We know how this works. John Jones, we know how the difference in the hypocrisy when it comes to white versus black, and when it comes to according to the law and the benefit of the doubt. But to me personally, looking back on it, I think this was all set up by Dana White anyway. This was all promotion. They wanted a way to reinstate him back into the MMA And what bigger storyline than to say, oh, well, he went to boxing, he made all this money, he got out, and as I'm like talking to you guys right now, I'm glancing over what he said to the public after getting the slap on the wrist, how he's going to be a changed man. And see, this is all part of the storyline to reinstate him back to the MMA. It's your boy Questex. I'm out. Peace.